interest, despite the government trying everything to sabotage it by saying that the Taliban have released suicide bombers on the way.
Pakistan's military claims it has heard reports that militants will try to attack the rally. Officials in South Waziristan have said they cannot provide security at the rally's endpoint in Oct2012, where hundreds of thousands are expected to gather.
Remember that these are peace activists who've come thousands of miles away. They're our guests. So the last thing we want is their life in danger. And the Taliban have not at any stage said that they're going to attack us. All they said, they won't provide us security. Security was always going to be provided by the people of Waziristan.
Studies in the U.S. say drone attacks have killed more than 3,000 people in Pakistan, and a large portion of them were civilians. Arthur Akila, ATV News.
Pope Benedict's former butler has been found guilty of stealing confidential papers from the pontiff and has been sentenced to 18 months in prison. Paolo Gabriele was sentenced after 2 hours of deliberation. Prosecutors had called for a 3-year jail term, but that was reduced because he had no previous criminal record. A Vatican spokesman said the Pope is likely to be pardoning Gabriele, which means he won't have to serve his sentence at all. The judge said he had abused the pontiff's trust in him by leaking the papers. Gabriele had earlier claimed that he wanted to expose corruption. Sports news in tennis, Wilfried Tsonga has defeated Feliciano Lopez in the semi-finals of the China Open, keeping his hopes of qualifying for next month's World Tour finals in London alive. The third-seeded Frenchman won the first set 6-1 and was up in the second 4-1 when his Spanish opponent retired because of a wrist injury. The match lasted only 42 minutes. He'll next face Novak Djokovic in the finals after the Serbian brushed aside Germany's Florian Mayer 6-1, 6-4. Australia were sent packing by the West Indies after a 75-run victory that saw the Caribbean side sail into their maiden 2020 Cricket World Cup final against hosts Sri Lanka.